Most schools are set to reopen on Monday, August 24th here in Arkansas, and all of them are required to have an in-person option, which could help spread COVID-19 according to the new forecast. The UAMS modeling suggests that the number of COVID-19 cases will be significantly lower if schools open with online classes only. The dean of the UAMS College of Public Health says people should be prepared to have a higher number of cases per day if schools open with hybrid or in-person options. But again, the governor has made it clear that he expects schools to open the week of August 24th.
Children are children. Children behave as children behave. They're not conscientious in the sense of being health conscious adults. And so there is a risk that children will become exposed, either from staff or from other children. Once the virus is brought into the house and no one's wearing a mask, the infectivity rate goes way up.
Dean Williams says if everything stays the same, we could see 100,000 total cases of COVID-19 by September 30th. Today's new modeling also shows Arkansas could reach the peak of COVID-19 cases in the middle of December, with 90,000 active cases in the state on December 19th.
If you're tired of wearing a mask, you're like many of us are tired of wearing a mask, but we can't stop. We have to be vigilant, and we have to have a high level of compliance with the mitigation orders that are there. As much as we would like to, call the extended family together and have a family reunion, now's not the time to do it. We just simply need to pay attention, to be careful, and to protect others.
UAMS used health department data through August 9th to make the predictions. UAMS says it's still too early to tell if the governor's mask mandate has led to the decrease in daily COVID-19 cases we've seen over the last few weeks, but the effects of the mandate should be more clear by the time UAMS publishes its next report in about 2 weeks. Reporting live in Rogers, Emma Claybrook, 4029 News.